Hello there, welcome to my channel. It's Gabriella Brown, the founder of Tooth Soap. How are you today? Welcome to a day in my life. I am making some soap today. We are in dire need of a lot of soap. So it's a 420 day. What does that mean? That means I'm getting ready to make about 420 jars of tooth soap shreds. They won't be ready for about 30 days, but we're putting them into production right now. So you can join me on a day in my life at toothsoap.com. How many times have I made this? And I still look up the recipe each time just to make sure. I know what it is, but I look at it nonetheless. Okay. It just happens I have all three batches of lye are at the right temperature at the same time. I cannot move fast enough. Okay. Not safe. Boy, filming and doing this at the same time is a little bit challenging. Man, this is taking a long time. My arm is hurting. I gotta change arms. Oh. This is how I keep my arms in great shape. Pushing 60. This is it. I don't really exercise, but I'm on my feet a lot, and I carrying heavy things and lifting things and using my, own weight, walking up a lot of stairs with heavy things. Just, I'm always moving, so that's why I'm tired at the end of the day. Like, I will be good and tired after these next two batches. I'm racing against the clock now. It's going to start thickening up, but I need to rinse this off and get this soap off of here for the next flavor. Soap Maker's 8. Used to go in a figure 8. I can't remember why. But that's what you do. And so this is my workout. So it actually works out my arms and my core because I'm standing and I'm, using my entire body to mix this. So it really, to me, soap making it's a workout. It is a workout. I probably could have used the machine a little bit more, but I like to mix it by hand at the end, beginning and end. The machine just speeds up the process. And by the way, the machine has a name, and the machine's name is Bruce. I can't remember why, but the ladies back in the day named that machine Bruce. And Bruce has been with us ever since. We used to burn out those little, those $20 hand mixers, those little hand, what do they call them, immersion blenders. Go through one of those almost every 2 weeks, kept breaking them. So I said, all right, that's it. We're going industrial. That's when we got Bruce. And Bruce really changed our life. It cuts down a lot of the labor, but you're still, can't get away from all of it. It's like having an employee mix for you. Having a helpful employee who never complains, always shows up, doesn't even get a paycheck. It's a volunteer, actually. Wow, it's already 5:30. I got such a late start. I usually make soap really early in the morning and get it knocked out by noon, but I started at 2 o'clock today, so. And while I was waiting for the soap, for the oils to melt and the lye to cool down, I did a bunch of production for orders that came in, so it's been a full day already in the last 3 hours. It's hard to do the figure eight with your left hand. I'm not as good. Okay, there we go. To get the. Okay, here we go. It's starting to thicken up. So it's really mixing for 20 minutes. You're either mixing like crazy for 20 minutes by hand, or you're, alternating with the machine. And I really needed to get that machine cleaned for the next batch. The lye is just sitting here screaming to be mixed. I did 3 batches at once, and then I tried to do one that was later than the other 2 batches, but they were outside, and it's cold outside, and so they all chilled down really fast. It was faster than I had hoped, so anyway, I'm moving fast here. I'm going as fast as I can. Okay. Ready to pour. Thick really quick. Let's see, it's only been 5 minutes. That's not normal. What is going on? Oh, it is just setting up so quickly. I'm gonna stop. Start putting it in the molds. You just never know. Soap is so finicky. Just never know. Such a thick mess. Okay, let's get this rinsed off. This is really, oh my gosh. I'll be able to get this into the molds. This is what you don't want. But when you have 3 batches that need to be made at the same time, just do the best you can. There's nothing wrong with the soap, it's just setting up, so it's harder to pour. We're not really even pouring, we're just placing the soap. You never know what you're going to get with the essential oils. They act different too. So if I get a new batch of essential oil, it can act different. Whoops. As you can see, it's a lot harder to work with when it's thicker. This would make some really great ASMR sounds. If I had if I had a microphone right here, it'd be nice for all of those out there that have those sensitivities. This would make the hair in the back of your neck stand up. I'm that type of person as well. I like those videos. So chunky. And also the way I'm pouring away from me like this isn't normally how I do it. I'm doing this for the camera. So it was awkward. Awkward as all get out as I'm doing this. By the way, you don't have to feel awkward ever again next time you go to the dentist. That's right. You brush with 2 soap daily. Your dentist is going to tell you something like, wow, your mouth would put me out of business. That's actually a real statement that one of my clients told me, that the dentist said to her. Pam Koenig, I think. She told me that on the phone. I thought that was great. I don't want to put people out of business, but, you know, if you don't need certain businesses, that's okay too. One more to go. One more to go. And I can leave the soap mines. Oh, I'm so glad to do this though. We are sold out. We don't have, well, we have Peppermint and Plain Jane shreds right now, and that is it. Peppermint and Plain Jane mineral shreds, which are awesome. I get really good testimonials from those. People have really good results from the dentist with those. Okay, batch 2. This is probably not the skirt to be wearing during soap making. It's linen. What was I thinking? Oh, I wasn't thinking. Last batch. Okay, I know this essential oil is going to make it thick really fast. This one's going to set up very quickly. That is typical this batch. My arm is feeling the pain. It's actually not thickening as quickly as it normally does, which is interesting. Part of this order is going to Amsterdam, to Unlimited Health in Amsterdam. They've been stocking 2 soap and my other products for a long time, since probably since 2011, maybe. Long time, 10 years at least, 11 years maybe. Great wholesale customer. Okay, oh, this is so much better. Okay, it's a much better way to pour. So excited. I'm so excited to get this done. We're going to be fully in stock of shreds in May. You know, it's interesting because over the years, it's been a third, a third, a third. A third of the people like shreds, a third of the people like liquid, and a third like the whip and gel. So there's always a crowd for a different type of tea soap. And sometimes they'll switch. Sometimes when they might try something else when the shreds are out of stock. They just take longer to produce because of the cold process. So cold process soap takes time to cure. Hot process takes heat. So we can do the hot process a lot quicker. But the shreds take time. They take time. Okay, that is amazing. This is beautiful. This is perfect. This soap right here is absolutely perfect. So here's something. Those of you who are watching me, this is your first time here. Did you get this far? I'm the founder of Tooth Soap, the natural and organic oral care brand that's been in the marketplace since 2003. I started this business on my kitchen table when my little girls were babies. They are now grown up and have babies. Can you imagine? It's been that long. How about if you guess what flavor this is? I did 3 batches. There's the first batch, so guess the flavor of that one, the second batch, and this batch. If you could guess the flavor, that would be amazing. The choice would be plain Jane, peppermint, spearmint, ginger, citrus, cinnamon, or fennel mint. Those are your choices. What do you think this batch is? What do you think the previous batch was and the one before that? Put your comments below. You know, I mentioned before you got to sneak the greens in. That's what I'm doing here. I'm sneaking them in. I'm making some black bean burritos and I'm sneaking in the greens. That's right, sneaking in the greens. I'll never notice. Adding them in my burritos and some tomatoes. I'm adding some tomatoes in here. So this, I'm gonna roll this up. No, actually, I'm gonna give you a little secret. I worked in a Mexican restaurant once when I was in high school, and they would always sprinkle on a vinaigrette on top of the lettuce. Every time they put lettuce on your plate, they'd sprinkle on a little vinaigrette, and it was so delicious. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sprinkle a little olive oil and my favorite Heinz red wine vinegar, and that will complete the taste sensation. So getting in Swiss chard, arugula, lettuce, and a little bit of kale. Sneaking in the greens. Okay, here we go. Little mukbang. There's delicious black beans with all kinds of spices that I put in there. And then there was a hint of olive oil and a splash of vinegar. It's perfect. It's so good. And I know I didn't notice the greens. I'm noticing the flavors of everything else. So I snuck in the greens yet again. This is how I do. I sneak them in. I sneak them in behind my back. Because I'm just one of those people. If you give me a choice, I'll probably eat something bad if it's there. Isn't that horrible? When I say bad, I mean, you know, like I made a cake the other day. I might have a piece of cake instead of this, but I'm having this instead. Yes, and I do eat white flour. That's the truth. I used to preach the evils of white flour, but I don't eat it all the time, but sometimes I'll enjoy a tortilla like right now with my greens that I snuck in. And sneaky greens, that's what these are. They're sneaky greens. Super delicious. These beans are so good. They were plain, but I added cumin, chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder and salt, and they are delicious. Uppercase D. This is so good. I worked so hard today. I did a lot of things. Even before I started the soap batches, I did a lot of stuff. I was busy up until 2 o'clock. I'm gonna sleep very well tonight. Smell the chemicals. Oh my gosh. 15 bucks a minute. Wow. Car washes are so profitable. Look at that. 19 to 22 bucks an hour at a car wash. Unbelievable.
Natural and organic tooth soap prepares teeth for the best remineralization possible by cleaning away all contaminants and any oils from the teeth, leaving the surface of the enamel super clean. Only clean teeth remineralize properly.